So I just got a notification that I'm talking to myself. I usually try and check that, but it always ends up being weird because I'm like trying to listen to myself. But I think I was muted just now. So let's just double check to make sure you guys can actually hear me. Let's see. So I just got a notification. Yeah, I was talking to myself. There you go. So if you're watching and I ever do that, please, please, please tell me. Because I sometimes don't realize that I'm talking to myself. Let's start again. Let's rewind. Welcome to Purpose to Profit, the Goldmine Blueprint for current and future YouTubers with passion. Today we're talking about the 4 steps that you need to use to get YouTube to help you lean into your purpose and also make some money. If you are catching me live, give me a hashtag live in the chat. If you are catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to introduce myself again because I was talking to myself before. My name is Elise Michelle Nelson. I'm a YouTube business strategist, which means that I help you use video to create visibility and generate leads for your business so that you can be present on camera and stop wasting your time. I have personally published over 1,000 videos on YouTube. For my business. So I've been making money in my business by using YouTube. I've also helped thousands of business owners create more sales and build visibility using video marketing on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Plus, I've worked with other brands with tens of thousands of followers with my done-for-you YouTube management services. I do all of these things so that you can support your family, all the monies, travel, and most importantly, take a nap whenever you want. I help with the full video strategy for do-it-yourselfers and those who want it done for them. So no matter who you are and where you're sitting, I can help you. All right, so what I want you to do now is I want you to share in the chat, are you a current or future YouTuber? If you are a current YouTuber, I want you to drop your YouTube channel so that I can check it out and see who it is that I'm helping and dealing with so that I can offer you better advice. And then something that I think you guys missed at the beginning because I was talking to myself, you probably want to go grab this download. It is a PDF ebook that is going to allow you to see everything that I'm talking about laid out nice and organized and neat so that it's easy for you to follow along. It's also going to make it so you don't have to worry about taking too many notes while we're doing this call. You're going to go to myschedulebiz.com/purpose. You can also go to myschedulebiz.com/profit. They will both take you to this download. So make sure you go grab that so that you have it for afterwards. In the meantime, go ahead and drop a hashtag live if you're catching me live and a hashtag replay if you're catching the replay so that I know who is watching this and I can make sure to address your individual needs. All right, so now let's get down to brass tacks. What are we going to be covering today? Well, first, we're going to be talking about the 3 things that you must do to build a successful business in general. Then we're going to talk about why YouTube is great for your business because sometimes people aren't so sure. Then we're going to talk about the 4 things that you must do on YouTube to share your purpose and make a profit. And then finally, as always, I'm going to give you some freebies to help you start implementing today. So you're going to want to stick all the way to the end to make sure you get a hold of those freebies. But the first one I want you to do is I want you to go download the Purpose and Profit, the Goldmine Blueprint for current and future YouTubers with passion at myschedulebiz.com/purpose. Okay, let's keep going. Who is ready to get down into it? Go ahead and drop a me in the chat if you're like, I am ready to get started. Okay. Just checking the live because it looks like it may have stalled. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, good. We are good. Okay. So we are starting with our first thing that I just told you we were going to do, and that is the 3 things that you must do on YouTube. Sorry, the 3 things you must do to build a successful business. And those 3 things are you must reach your people, you must teach your people, and you must close the sale. Okay? And those are the 3 things we're talking about today. These are just in general what you need for your business. So let's talk about reaching your people first. So what does this mean? What does it mean when you are reaching your people? Well, the thing is, a lot of business owners seem to think that they need to find their people. And the problem with that is if you can't find your people, you can't help them with your expertise, right? If you can't find them, you can't help them. That seems pretty black and white, right? Reaching your people is what people call traffic. This is what we're discussing here. And so if you can't find your people, if you're not getting traffic, your business can't succeed. If you agree with me, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat. If you disagree with me, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat and tell me why you disagree with me. I think it's a pretty black and white statement here that if you can't find your people, if you can't reach your people, if you don't have traffic, you're not going to have a successful business. A 1 in the chat if you agree, a 2 if you disagree. My glasses are suddenly filthy. They weren't filthy for the, all the day before now, but now they're filthy. Okay. The second thing is you have to teach your people. So what does this mean? This means that not only do you have to get them to understand the concepts that you're teaching, it also means that you have to get them to believe in you. So you have to teach them that you're trustworthy. Because no one is going to trust someone if they don't believe they know what they're talking about. So it is essential that in this step, you prove that you know what you're talking about so that you can build trust with your audience. So if you agree with me, if you agree that you have to actually tell your people something, you have to teach them that you know what you're talking about, you have to teach them that you're an expert and that they can trust you, I want you to drop a 3 in the chat. If you say, yes, Elise, that sounds right, that's true. If you say, no, I don't think that sounds right, I don't think that's true, I want you to drop a 4 in the chat and tell me why. I'd love to know why you think it is that that's not the case, that you don't need to teach your people, that they can trust you, and that you know what you're talking about. And then finally, to have a successful business, you have to close the sale. You can spend every single waking moment on your business and create loads of content and courses and freebies and a website and a funnel and hashtag all the flippin' things. But at the end of the day, if you don't make any money, what you have is not a business. It is a hobby. So just to be clear, just to clarify, I am not saying that having a hobby is bad. If that's what you want, cool. But you do not have a successful business if you don't make any money. Now I want you to drop in the chat if you agree with me a 5. And if you say, no, Elise, I don't think you have to close a sale. I don't think you have to make money in order to have a successful business. I want you to drop a 6 and tell me why. So that is the 3 things that every business needs. According to Elise, I want to know what you guys think. You need to reach your people in some way. You need to teach your people in some way, in particular that you are trustworthy and know what you're talking about. And finally, you have to make sales. So those are the 3 things. That's the very first thing I said that we were going to talk about today. That you have to have these things for your business. It has nothing to do with video, it's just fact. These things are essential to have a successful business. So if you agree with me that you must reach your people, teach your people, and close the sale, I want you to drop a 7 in the chat. And if you disagree with me, I want you to drop an 8, and I want you to tell me why. And let's move on to the second thing that I said we were going to discuss today. So now I want to talk to you about why YouTube is great for your business. So we've already established what your business needs to be successful. But now I want to talk to you about why YouTube is the thing that's going to help you get there. So YouTube is great for your business because YouTube is great for visibility. So I want to know who in this room, who's watching me now or in the future, thinks that YouTube is social media. I want you to say SM in the chat for social media if you think YouTube is social media. Or if you think it's not social media, I want you to put a no in the chat, NO, if you think that YouTube is not social media. Okay, so sorry, but YouTube is not social media. It is a search engine. YouTube is different than social media because it is an evergreen search engine. YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world. The only one that's bigger is Google, and Google and YouTube are the same company. So when your videos show up on YouTube, they not only show up on the 2nd largest search engine in the world, they will also likely be shown on Google, which is the 1st largest search engine in the world. And frankly, there's no better way to get visibility than being found on both the 1st and 2nd largest search engines in the world. No social media platform can say that. And because YouTube and Google are search engines, not only will you be found today, you can be found tomorrow and next week and a month from now and 2 years from now and 5 years from now and even longer. And so those videos that you create today can actually bring you leads and sales for years. And I have clients that I've worked with, and I personally have videos that have done this. And so that's why it's different investing time in YouTube than it is investing in social media, because YouTube is not social media. So in other words, YouTube helps your people find you so that you don't have to find them. Because you remember, we just talked about you have to reach your people. This doesn't say find your people, right? So you can spend time finding your people yourself, or you can use something like the first and second largest search engines in the world to have your people find you, which means you are reaching your people without having to spend time finding them. So YouTube helps your content to be seen forever so that you don't have to keep saying the exact same thing over and over again, because guess what? That video you put on YouTube is already going to be repeating exactly what your people need to know. And this is the best way to get visibility for your business. It is the fastest, it is the best, it is the most repeatable, and the most evergreen. Nothing else competes. So if you knew that YouTube and Google were the same company, I want you to type same in the chat. If you're like, Elise, I didn't actually think about that or realize that, or I wasn't really cognizant of that, I want you to type different in the chat. I want you to say, I thought they were different, or I thought they were the same, and go ahead and drop that in the chat. So just a reminder, what we're talking about right now is we are talking about the fact that YouTube is great for your business, okay? And the very first thing we talked about was how YouTube is great for visibility. So now I want to talk about another reason why YouTube is great for your business. And that is because YouTube is great for sharing your purpose. Now, it doesn't even matter if your purpose is business related or your business is simply the way you support your true calling. You can use YouTube as a way to share what you do or why you do it and connect with others who understand and identify with you. YouTube's great for that. It is the best platform to lean into who you are and connect with others who love and support who you are. If you want to be surrounded with and help people who love and support you, I want you to drop a 10 in the chat. If you're like, Elise, I would love to be around people who support and love me and are going to continue to be around me, drop a 10 in the chat. Because YouTube is so used and is so popular, you get the opportunity to share your purpose and people actually see it. Again, not just today, but tomorrow, next week, a month from now, a year from now, 6 years from now. And that is why YouTube is great for sharing your purpose, which is another reason why YouTube is great for your business, because guess what? You are part of your business. Another reason why YouTube is great for your business is because YouTube is great for evergreen content. So I've been reiterating this over and over again, but let's just make sure you really got it. YouTube videos can be found and watched and create revenue years later. Years. YouTube is not social media and therefore doesn't require the hamster wheel of content creation where you're running and running and running and running and putting out more and more and more and more content, and it never stops and it never gets better and you have to keep going. One video, the right video, can grow your audience for years. Now, I recently had a one-on-one strategy session with a business owner who built a YouTube channel and then didn't add a single video for 4 years. It was actually 6 years. A single video for 6 years. And her business was still growing after 6 years because she spent a year building that channel and then YouTube did the rest and she rode the results from that 1 year of effort. Now, what social media platform can you say that's true on? Another example. I didn't create any content on my YouTube channel for like 4 months in 2023 and like 6 months in 2024. And yet my channel continued to bring me new people and generate sales every single week. In other words, when you invest time in building your YouTube channel, it can help you prove that you are an expert for years while you step away and do other things and lean into your true purpose. So YouTube is perfect for you if you want to be able to lean into your true purpose and still be able to make profit with your business. YouTube helps you reach your people and teach your people forever and gets you off the content creation hamster wheel. Now, who knew that once you establish a brand on YouTube, you can take a vacation and your videos will still keep being found? If you did, I want you to type freedom into the chat because that's what YouTube gives you. It gives you freedom. And if you didn't, I want you to type stuck in the chat because you thought that you would be stuck just like you are on all the other social media platforms. You thought you'd be stuck on YouTube constantly having to create video. Those of you who knew it was freedom, good for you. Those of you who didn't know, you can get unstuck when you start building somewhere that promotes the freedom that you're looking for. So if you want to be able to take a vacation from the constant content creation, or no, maybe you're just getting started, that once you create your content, it's going to continue to deliver forever for the life of your business, I want you to type vacation in the chat. It means that you can either plan and you have the room to do that. So what are we talking about now? We are talking about how YouTube is great for your business, right? Remember, that's what we're talking about. So we talked about how YouTube is great for evergreen content that lets you take a vacation. It's another reason that YouTube is great for your business. It's because it is great for getting sales on repeat. Now, this is partially because there are many ways to make money with YouTube. YouTube can pay you through the YouTube Partner Program and monetization. You can get a portion of ad revenue. You can sell something on your YouTube videos of your own, and I call this a YouTube offer. So this is an offer that you are selling on YouTube that is to go buy one of your things, okay? So YouTube is great for getting sales on repeat, partially because there's multiple ways to do it, but also because it's a great way to grow your email list, which means that you can build your own audience off of YouTube that you own, and then you'll never have to worry about losing your audience because you get kicked out of the Facebook group or your social media accounts get shut down. Plus, it makes it easy to sell to your audience and email list. So not only can you sell on the videos, not only can you make offers on your videos, then once you get them to come and take advantage of those offers, they're on your email list, you can still continue to sell on your email list, right? So again, it's about building a future purpose, about making sure all your eggs aren't in one basket, making sure that you're continuing to build out and monetize in multiple ways. YouTube is also great for getting sales on repeat because it is evergreen. We talked about this before. One video can be found for years and can generate revenue for you for years. Now, I personally started making sales on my YouTube offer at about 200 subscribers. I still make money from my YouTube offers every single month. So YouTube is great for getting sales on recap. So why is YouTube great for your business? Here's our recap. YouTube is great for your business because it is great for visibility. It is great for sharing your purpose. It is great for evergreen content that lets you take a vacation, and it is great for getting sales on repeat. So is YouTube good for your business? Yes, YouTube is great for your business. Okay. I have so much fun with these signs, guys. Seriously, no lie. So what have we talked about so far? Well, first we talked about the 3 things that you have to do in your business, and that was to reach your people, teach them, and close the sale. Then we talked about why YouTube is great for your business, and that was a whole long list of things. Go back and watch it again if you need to hear them again. Now we're going to do the 3rd thing that I said we were going to talk about, and that is why YouTube is great. The 4 things that you must do on YouTube to share your purpose and make a profit. So we've talked about that you need to reach people, teach them, and close the sale. We've talked about how YouTube is great for that, but now I want to get down into the nitty-gritty of what do you have to do to actually share your purpose and make a profit. That's going to be super useful, right? You guys want to know that? Drop a me in the chat if you want me to go over how to actually do this. Okay. So the 4 things that you must do on YouTube to share your purpose and make a profit. Let's jump into that. So I kind of already gave this to you, but we're going to dig down into what it actually means now. And the first one is you have to reach your people. Look at that, guys. We already talked about it. So what does this mean on YouTube? You want to use YouTube search engine optimization. You need to make sure that you're researching your industry on YouTube and that you find ranking keywords that identify what you're doing and then use those keywords everywhere. Your channel keywords, your about description, your video tags, hashtags, video scripts, video titles, thumbnails, playlists, etc. And when you do this, you teach YouTube who your people are so that it can push your content to the right people. And you set up your channel and videos to be found via YouTube search forever, the evergreen piece we've been talking about. And I actually did a training last week or 2 weeks ago called The 4th Grader's Guide to YouTube SEO, Set Up Your Channel So That You're the Algorithm's Bestie. And so you can actually go and watch that video to learn all about how to use YouTube search engine optimization and keywords to make sure that you get found forever. But there is more to reaching your people than just that. The second part, the second thing, so we're supposed to be talking about the 4 things, right? So the first one is you want to make sure that you are getting found, right? Search engine optimization. But the second way that you can reach your people is by using YouTube Shorts. Now, YouTube Shorts are going to be pushed to more people than YouTube videos, period. So using YouTube Shorts means you're getting more eyeballs on your videos. In other words, you're getting traffic and reaching people more effectively when you use YouTube Shorts. All right, so how do we reach our people? Well, we lean into the 2 types of video on YouTube. We use Shorts to get more eyeballs, and we use videos to get found forever. That's how you're going to reach your people, not only today, but tomorrow, next week, a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months from now, and 6 years from now. Okay? So that's how you reach your people on YouTube. You have to use videos and Shorts. Next things, those are the first 2 things that you must do to share your purpose and make a profit. You must use search engine optimization with videos, and you must use Shorts. Those are the first 2. The third thing has to do with this one, teach your people. So on YouTube, how do you teach your people? Well, YouTube videos are evergreen, and when you partner them with search engine optimization, like we just talked about, you're going to benefit from the YouTube search engine to get the right people. So the people who are looking for the exact answers that you have, when you do this, you get the opportunity to teach those exact people, and you can prove you're an expert who knows what they're talking about and build trust with every single video. So the third thing, guys, using videos, using Shorts, talking about stuff that they have questions about. That's what this is about. And then finally, the 4th thing you must do to be able to share your purpose and make a profit on YouTube is you must close the sale. Because guess what? You cannot make a profit if you do not get sales. And the way we're going to do this is by using our YouTube offer. Now, I have a lot of business owners come to me and they talk to me about how they want to get monetized on YouTube. I absolutely hate this slang because it means in their mind that YouTube is going to pay them. And yes, of course, you can get paid by YouTube. I talked about it at the beginning of the video. Go back and watch it if you missed it. But what I see business owners being making the most money doing is actually not getting paid by YouTube. It's by selling their own stuff. So having the extra money that YouTube pays you is a nice side bonus, but it should not be the focus of your video content. So if your people, because the people who watch your videos on YouTube are your people, don't know what you offer, they cannot get additional help. You are leaving them out in the cold with your free stuff trying to help them when you have something that is more inclusive, has more help, and you're hiding it under your desk. Now, I have a lot of people push back on me on this saying, close the sale. It feels very hard. It feels very like mean or self-serving. But the reality is that by not offering what you have to help your people, you are hurting them. By not closing the sale, you are withholding your assistance and your help. And if you truly are an expert in what you do, that is mean. One of my good friends was a mindset coach, and she actually had an offer. It was a $500 offer. I was struggling incredibly, well, in my whole life. I was struggling my whole life with some mindset issues. And she was like, Elise, I really think this would help you. And she was really uncomfortable asking me about it. And I was like, okay, if you think it'll help me, I believe you, and I'm going to buy it. And I didn't feel pressured or bad or anything. But I saw it as I could help my friend, and I could potentially get help myself. And that one thing that I paid for changed my entire outlook on life. My entire outlook on life. That one step, that one thing that I did was life-changing. And if she wouldn't have offered it to me, I wouldn't have bought it, and it wouldn't have been life-changing. And so I want you to ask yourself, do you really believe that what you're doing can help someone, that it can change someone's life? And if the answer is yes, then you are not helping anyone by refusing to do this. You are not helping yourself. You are not helping them. You deserve to be paid for your expertise, and they deserve the opportunity to learn from you. So And sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I went off on a tangent. Oh, we're not doing any of that stuff. Okay, so we now discussed the 4 things. And it's funny because you never would have thought that the 3 things we talked about at the beginning would be the 4 things, right? But they were. Because there are 2 ways that you have to reach your people on YouTube. Then you need to make sure that you're teaching them constantly. And finally, you have to close the sale. We also talked about how YouTube is great for your business. We went over the reasons why YouTube is great for your business and how it can help you. YouTube is great for search engine optimization. YouTube is great for sharing your purpose. YouTube is great for evergreen content creation. And YouTube is great for getting sales on repeat. And then, of course, we talked about the 4 things that you have to do on YouTube to actually reach your people, teach them, and close the sale. Now, the very last thing I told you at the beginning of this whole training that we were going to do was that I was going to give you some freebies. And so now I want to do that. So the very first freebie that you need to know about is the one that I already gave you. And that is the step-by-step YouTube guide, Purpose and Profit, the Goldmine Blueprint for Current and Future YouTubers with Passion. This is a free download. It is the PDF that goes over the exact strategy that we just touched on today. And you're going to go to myscheduledbiz.com/purpose or myscheduledbiz.com/profit. Either one will get you there. And you're going to get that download. And it's going to show you exactly what you need to be doing to be successful on YouTube with your business. The next thing I want to talk to you about, I've messed up all my signs. Give me just a second. The next thing I want to talk to you about is my next training, which is Ready, Set, Edit, making YouTube editing as easy as a dad joke. So we're going to jump into editing in this call. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it entails to have a good, well-edited YouTube video. And yes, you can do it yourself. And then I also want to talk to you about my coffee chat. So if you haven't already taken advantage of this, I set aside time every single week to help people for free. You can book a 15-minute YouTube coffee chat at myscheduledbiz.com/coffee. And this is an opportunity for you to come and sit down with me and talk to me about your specific business and for me to give you feedback and help. Whether you already have a YouTube channel or you haven't even done a video ever, or you're just considering what you want to do next, any of those levels, I can give you some direct feedback on what I would recommend you do next completely for free. It's a 15-minute chat about video and YouTube. And again, you can go to myscheduledbiz.com/coffee. And this is going to be a great next step for you. And it doesn't have anything to do with like you need to talk to me because I want to pitch you something. If there's something that I have that could help you that is a paid thing, I'm going to tell you about it. But this is not a pitch call. This is a where are you at and what would be the best next step for you. And I have tons of free resources and I will give any of those to you that I think will help you. But I need to know where you're at to be able to give you the right ones. So if you haven't already, please go book a coffee chat. Now I do have to request that if you've already had one, please don't monopolize all my time so that no one else can get a call. So this is really just a one-time call to kind of touch base and see where you're at and how I can help you and what resources I have to help you. So guys, those are your freebies. Today we have talked all about Purpose to Profit, the Goldmine Blueprint for Current and Future YouTubers with Passion. And next time I'll be talking about video editing. Make sure you go RSVP to that so that you can come and join with me next time. I am so incredibly glad that we get to live our dreams together every single day. And I hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Bye, guys.